Support the Ramen Raider on Patreon. Thanks to all our patrons.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for yet another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. I got two shows. I got Instant Noodle Recipe Time, and I've got Unboxing Time with the Ramen Raider. And they both have their little thing at the beginning. This one is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. The other one is the show where I show you what comes in the mail. So it's like easy to get tongue twisted on that. Cognitive. Anyways, Maruchan ramen noodle soup chili flavor from a fellow who would like to remain anonymous, or a lady, I don't know what their name is, but thank you very much. They work in the prison system. They don't want anything to do with the prisoners, and so that's their deal, and that's fine. But this is a prison ramen, so you see how it's clear? See? They can make sure that there's nothing in this. Like, that shouldn't be like a little bag of dope or, you know. So, this should be enjoyable. We will see. And I'm gonna remember to make it according to directions. So did you know that once you cook Maruchan ramen noodle soup, and this is the prison version and the non-prison version, once it's done, you're supposed to add the sachet and stir for 1 minute. A minute of stirring. Then you can enjoy. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, but that's what I'm going to do. Because that's what it says to do. And I do what they tell me to do. Yes, I will do what they tell me. So... Alright, you're boiling. Noodle block looks exactly the same as what you'll get at the store. 3 minutes. You get to watch it go. That's fun for you and easy for me. And I could be doing anything. I could be picking my nose, improperly scratching myself. But no, I'm just letting the noodles boil. So, all of a sudden, my wife noticed it this morning, all of a sudden the hot water is really hot. And I was getting the water for this review. I use tap water. Some people are like really not into tap water. Our water quality in Washington State is really good. I even have a water testing thing and it always has a smiley face on it, so... But, I mean, come on, what's a little fallout? But, yeah. So, but, honestly, I mean, she said she, like, burnt her feet in the shower because it had been, like, going really, really hot. I'm like, that's no good. But insofar as getting the water boiling, boy, that's kind of a time saver. It's like... Maybe the temperature sensor's screwed up in the water heater. I don't know, but we're kind of worried. I think we're going to call up the person people and go, hey, for some reason this sucker is hot. I don't know. But yeah, now it's cloudy outside. Probably more humid. It's gross, I don't like it. So, I'm going to note that the sachets for the prison-style ones, as you can see here, are clear as well. But usually they have a little circle with a number. And usually the circle itself has a color and the number is white. This one does not. So this might be like the standard hot and spicy chili flavor. I don't know. But yeah, that's the deal. And what's in the news? A bunch of people saying that the Band-Aid on Trump's ear after he got shot in the ear is like, no, you wouldn't do that. which is interesting. Generally, you'd use some stuff and wrap it around his head to hold something on, but there was like an EMT saying it's like with the look of the wound and all this stuff that you'd actually use something much smaller. So I don't know. I don't know. Everything is a conspiracy. Everything is horrible. Everything is horrible. Well, I don't know. It's so funny. Stephen King came out with a tweet yesterday that's garnered a bazillion views, I guess. And he simply said, "I fear for my country." And it's like, yeah, it's a very strange and crazy time right now. But what you have to think about is like, yeah, is that get off of it. What you got to think about is the fact that when you go outside, are there like people like in the streets screaming at you? I mean, maybe if you live in certain areas, but is there like a civil war going on? Most of this stuff is happening in little rooms with these celebrities that are government. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen on Dynasty. What's going to happen in the U.S. government? But I don't know. Something will happen or other. We'll get same president or new president. You already know. That's the crazy part. Who knows? It's going weird right now. We're in a temporal Cold War, and I really think that the next step is the alien invasion. My thought was that COVID would unite the world under a shared problem, and everybody'd help each other out. All the countries would unite together to battle COVID, which kind of happened. And everybody we'd have a new unity in the world. Nope. We fucked that up. Okay, Noodle. I do like this noodle a lot. It's just got like a nice little bit of tooth to it. And here's our broth. This does have beef extract of beef and beef fat in it. Very basic. I'm getting a little notes of like vegetable and kind of a beefiness and a little bit of spiciness. It's honestly, it's pretty pleasant. I like it. I'm gonna add this to it, and this will take 3 minutes. But this is Ramen Bay and their dried ramen toppings beef mix, and this stuff is rad, folks. If you like it a biff, this has the biff. I'm just gonna take a generous handful. That's a very generous handful of this stuff. Generally the serving is a quarter cup, but I figure I'm gonna really groove this out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be groovy. But there's like little bits of egg, there's beef, and it hydrates really well. I'm gonna give it 3 minutes on the TikTok right there, tick-tockity clock. And yeah, so yeah, really not happy about the weather. Really not happy about the political climate. What am I happy about? My family. My wife got her tooth thing done. She can use her tooth now. That's good. My son is enjoying summer school. That's a good thing. Maybe he just doesn't realize that he should be complaining about it yet. But I don't know. He's a sweet kid. He likes to please. when he can, unless it has to do with his sister, and sometimes he gets really grumpy. They're funny. It's like she comes out with me and greets him when he gets off the bus, and they give each other a big hug, and they're happy to see each other, and within like an hour they're like fighting with each other. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I have a sister, but she's a lot older than me. So when I was growing up, she was like an extra mom. And like I've mentioned in previous shows, I've got a brother that I didn't know about until like, what, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? No, nowhere near that long. My wife got me a DNA test, and it turned out I had a brother. And not like a half brother, a full brother, same parents. And they put him up for adoption before they got married in 1955. So I've got a brother that's like 20 years older than me. True story. It's really weird. And he lives in Jerusalem. He's very, very Jewish, and I'm an atheist. And so you would think that's not going to work. How are you going to even talk to this guy? It's like we have the long, great conversations about philosophy, life, religion, politics, everything. So it's cool. And what's weird too is we share a lot of the same interests, which the bulk of our lives we didn't know each other, but there's so many things we have in common, like especially music. That's a really trippy thing. I guess it's maybe the like of certain music is genetic. Who's to say? But yeah, really trippy, really cool. Really cool. A definite good guy. What does he say? He's like, yeah, I'm not so bad. Yeah, so. But yeah, pretty cool. And again, true story. So, yeah. Alright. So, this has all the beefiness going on now. I'm really curious what the next ones that Ramen by Bay is going to come out with. Because the little beefiness, that's really good. They got a seafood one. Yeah, look at all this stuff. It's like, wow. Maybe he needs to get a contract with prisons. I bet you they'd love this stuff in there. A little bit of cabbage. Well, those little beef bits are wonderful. All right. Let's put it together. We're gonna use this bowl. See this part right here? No, you can't. See this part right here? It's supposed to be like a tree, right? I hate this whole thing. So I go in Photoshop and I use AI and I remove it. So you might notice, like on the thumbnail for this, there's no "where's the tree deal" thing. And like it's not there because I used the robotic power of artificial intelligence to remove it. Don't be afraid of AI. You know what? We watched a pair of movies over the last 2 nights. We watched the Spielberg film AI that came out in 2001, and we watched Bicentennial Man. You guys remember that one? That came out in '99, and that one is about a robot, but he's got a positronic brain, which has to do with, you know, his name Asimov, I believe, with the robotic stuff. But it's a good movie, and they're both sad. There's like a whole big tear-jerky element in both of them. And people that are really afraid of artificial intelligence, I use it all the time. I absolutely love it. Like yesterday, the videos that I did, or not the last video, but the 3 before that, the music I made with AI. True story. But these movies kind of bring forth the thing, like, what about these machines once they actually have feelings? What's the moral implication of that? And it's really an important thing. Just because you can make a thing doesn't mean that, you know, we make children. What about child robots? Well, thank you very much for watching, and thank you to the anonymous donor of the prison ramen. Today, or tomorrow rather, you will get to see this. This is something that came out of a Nakama Noodle box. Go to miau-boxjapan.com. Use the coupon code The Ramen Raider to get one of those. This is Nissan Yakisoba, which is, it's a standard yakisoba with Worcestershire, kind of a tamarind kind of thing, kind of tangy, dry noodle. And what's neat about this one is it comes with a soup. Yeah, very weird. I've never seen this before, and I'm really stoked. One of the cool things you'll find in a Nakama Noodles box, at least for this month. So, yeah. All right. Tomorrow, it's been on the Ramen Raider, wishing you enjoyment in your noodles each and every day. Have a good one, and bye.